discount code creator. That's me. Hi, everybody. I'm hoping that we don't have any problems today out of my Facebook personal page like we had before in the past. I've updated the app, so I think we might be in a good place, okay? Hey, everybody. Come on in the room. Mm-hmm. Y'all come on in. Come on in. Bum, bum, bum. Take a seat. Let me plug this up. Let me see. Come on in. Make sure we rolling. Oh, we rolling, Doc. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. I am going to make for you something amazing. I'm gonna make for you something amazing. All right. I don't know if this particular recipe is in the cookbook, but I do know, I want to say it's available at DariusCooks.tv. Okay. I'm going to add into a mixer 2 sticks of room temperature butter. It's very important to make sure all the ingredients that we're using tonight are all at room temperature, okay? So my butter at room temperature is pretty important, okay? And then I'm also gonna make sure that the cream cheese that I'm going to be using is also, okay, at room temperature. If it's not at room temperature, don't even attempt to make this recipe because it won't come out good at all, okay? All right, so we're gonna add butter and cream cheese. And then we need some sugar. I'm gonna need 3 cups. So let's do 3 cups. 1, 2, and this is 3. Now the idea is to whip this together until it all combines and everybody's all nice and happy and everybody's all combined together. That's the whole point here, okay? Hey, y'all. Okay, Facebook, like, it's working real good now. Yesterday, it kept freezing on us. And this is why you also want to make sure you're sitting at room temperature here because it'll whip up real nice on you, okay? Let me get some dry ingredients ready. So what you're looking for is something that looks almost like pale in color, okay? So if you look, you can see already. See how this is like really come together? Hold on, Periscope can't see it that good. Hold on, Periscope. There you go. You see how this is like really come together and it's like pale, like yellow? That's what you want, okay? Now, we're gonna add in eggs, okay, that are also at room temperature, but I'm gonna add in 1 egg at a time, okay? And I wanna go for 5 eggs. So this is my number 1 egg, okay? My number 2, my number 3, my number 4, and then this is my 5th one. So I got 5 eggs going in at one time, all at room temperature. So it's important to make sure you keep everything out at room temperature. And then I'm just gonna get in here before I keep going. I'm just gonna scrape down. It's important to make sure you constantly scrape down your bowl. Okay. Okay. Let's flavor this. Vanilla. Okay. I don't know what happened, and I don't know why vanilla costs as much money as vanilla costs, but it does, okay? So you're gonna put in a good 2 tablespoons of vanilla, all right? That's all the flavoring we need. Now let's add in dry ingredients. So first we need some baking powder, all while this is going on low, all right? So 1 good teaspoon of baking powder, and the same thing with the salt. 1 good teaspoon of kosher salt. Okay? Helps bring out all the other good flavors that we have going on. All right? And then lastly, I need 3 cups, second to last. I need 3 cups of flour. So let's do my first cup. I might end up putting 4. It just depends on what my consistency looks like, okay? I might end up putting 4. We'll see in 1 second. So there's 1 cup, and this is just all-purpose flour. I don't believe in all the sifting and all that. I mean, you can if you want to, but I ain't doing all that, okay? So that's 2. Here's my 3rd. Let me see how it's looking. Let me do a half. I'm gonna do a half. Okay. And then the last thing I'm gonna add, which is also at room temperature, is, and this could be anything. This could be heavy cream, this could be half and half. I'm gonna add in buttermilk because I am my grandmother's grandkid. Okay. And so I'm looking for 3/4 of a cup of buttermilk. Okay, but I'm also gonna add right into this pound cake mixture. Thank you. All right, nice old-fashioned pound cake. All right, here you go. Just make sure you scrape down the sides. And now what do we have? We have just that simple. We done made a whole pound cake just like that, okay? Doesn't take long. All right. I'm using, this is not a full size. This is not what we use at Carolina Pound Cake, which is why it's at my house. This is not a full size cake pan. It's like a half size. So I'm gonna use this tonight, which means I'm probably gonna have more batter than I have space to put it, okay? Please make sure you spray really good with your pan spray. What sense is doing all this good baking and you can't get the pound cake out of the container? It doesn't make sense, okay? Also, real quick, the code for tonight is pound cake. Come on! The code for tonight is pound cake, all one word, okay? So if you need a copy of any of the recipes, a copy of the cookbooks, use the code pound cake at shopdariuscooks.com and you can save 30%, okay? The code is pound cake, okay? That's our code. Speaking of, let me get rid of this mixer, all right, and put it out the way. Y'all put pound cake in the comments because you know I'm a mess it up, and I ain't even had a drink yet. Well, I have, but I haven't had a drink for y'all's drink just yet. Okay, I had another drink earlier. Okay. Okay, so I've sprayed really well. Everything was at room temperature. When everything is at room temperature, look how quickly this comes together. You see that? It comes together so quick. And this is going to be one of the moistest pound cakes you've ever had in your entire life. I love this particular recipe. All right, and I'm gonna go about 75% up with the batter and pray that it don't spill out in my oven. All right, and then while this bakes, we'll cook the food, okay? So I told you you're gonna have more batter left over. I already told you that part. All right. One of the key ingredients to any pound cake. Okay, please make sure you bang it to get rid of all of the extra air. All right, and then my oven's preheated. 300. Oh, it's only on 300. Hold on, put it on 320. Convect 325 convection. Oh wait, hold on, y'all. Hold on, I know I keep doing this wrong. Convect 325 start, and then this one needs to be on convection 375 start. There we go. Bake it on a sheet tray. Okay, this way, if you do have spillage, because it does happen, all right, and what you're gonna have is you're gonna have spillage on the pan and not in your oven. Okay. Now, that much I know. All right, middle rack, that goes in. Now, did somebody say cocktail? I thought I heard. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been indulging. I've already been indulging. So if I seem a little relaxed, you know why. Okay? But what I said I should do is we should do a little loaded lemonade, huh? We should do a little loaded mango lemonade situation. That's what I said we should do. So let's go and do that this evening. Okay, let's go and do that. I need to get some ice. So if you could do me a favor. Yeah, I may have had 1 or 2 cocktails already before y'all got here. That's all right. Well, the Bible says, if any man hunger, let him eat at home. Let a man examine himself, okay? As often as he do this in remembrance of me. I'm at the house, okay? I'm in the Word. Okay. Let's do a little bit of mango puree or mango syrup, whatever you got. That already sounds good, don't it? A little bit of Courvoisier or brandy or you name it, okay? And then I got some lemonade. You can make your own, but why? When they sell it like this. Okay? That's it. 3 simple ingredients. It don't even take all that to make a good cocktail. You see what I'm saying? These are very simple ingredients I have hanging around the house. Okay? A little Courvoisier, a little lemonade, and a little... Hold on 1 second, please. You know, I got a sleeve. Can't down it like I want to down it. But hold on 1 second. 325, the oven is on. That was a rum breeze. Now this is finna be loaded mango lemonade. You want some? Look who's here. I said, where are you coming? She said, this is a duster. I said, where are you going? You gotta come in all the camera.
How you doing?
I said, where are you going? She was like, coming to your house.
Yeah.
What you call this contraption you got on?
It's a duster.
It's a duster. And the neck piece?
Oh, it's Sassy. Sassy's on.
And you and the fedora?
It's my hair ain't done.
Okay.
How you doing? You gotta stay ready.
Okay.
Thank you.
Taste it and let the people know.
Okay, let me see.
The people want to know. The people want to know. We done already had another drink before we started.
It's gonna be traumatized.
A different way.
Okay, she's good.
Is it mango-y?
Oh yeah.
Mango-y, lemonade-y?
All that. That's it.
And it's actually not very strong.
Now.
You want another shot of Kvasse on top?
You insist, yeah. And what we eating?
I ain't told nobody what we was eating yet.
Okay, I'll wait.
Because it's not very strong.
You're right.
And Chick, you ain't got to work tomorrow till what? West Coast time.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, there we go.
They ain't worried.
They ain't worried, so we ain't gonna worry. Okay, now, this is what we should do. I got some pork chops, okay? And I'm conflicted on whether I should just fry the pork chops or whether I should smother the pork chops. But it's something in my spirit saying, Darian, make some gravy. So you know what I might just do? Is I might do what the spirit say do. And make some gravy, okay? All right, first things first, let's at least start seasoning the pork chops. They not big enough to stuff. I got the thin ones with the bone on them like this. You really can't stuff these unless you put two of them together and then put you some sew it together. Now this recipe, it might be in the cookbook. Let me see. If this recipe for these pork chops, is it in here? Do we have a pork chop recipe in here? Let me see. Let me see. We may not have one. Let me see. Okay, main dishes. Brown bag fried chicken. Okay, go to page 145. Because page 145, the closest we gonna get. Okay, smothered cube steak. It's that Kvasse just hit the bottom of my stomach with no food on it, okay? I feel it. Okay, come on, turn to page 145. This is Stories from My Grandma. Now, if you don't have a copy of this, you go to shopdariuscooks.com. Use the code pound cake. One word, pound cake, and save you a couple dollars, okay? 30%. We're gonna do everything this say do, except we switching out pork chops for cube steak. But everything else, we're gonna follow along directly, okay? So the first thing it say is we gotta season. Well, we're gonna kind of follow this a little bit, okay? Okay, it's a 1 pound of cube steak fillets. I got 1 pound and some change of pork chops, okay? We need to add in some kosher salt, half teaspoon, okay, kosher salt. That's a half teaspoon-ish, okay? Then we need to add in some black pepper. All right, about a good half teaspoon of black pepper. You put that in there too now, okay? So you got salt and pepper, but this is not the white people's pork chop. So we got to season it with a little more. Okay. Now the book say we supposed to put garlic powder in there. All right. I'm gonna put some garlic powder and a few more things in there. Okay, because I can do that. See, the recipe in the book is really just a start. You know what I mean? And what you do is you go with your imagination and let it run wild. I'm just giving you a basic template. Okay? Pork chop, salt, pepper. The white people pork chop, isn't that racist? No, that's not racist. That's a fact. Okay? Sometimes the white people don't put enough stuff in their food. You know that. Okay? That's red pepper flake. This is onion powder. A little bit of dry fennel. A little bit of garlic powder. The book don't say all this, but that's all right. Okay? And if I find me a little piece of herbs de Provence, that's going in there too. Thank you very much. Let me see what I got. Tarragon, herbs de Provence. Okay. So we're going to almost do what the book say a little bit. Put your little piece of herbs de Provence down here like that. Okay. And then look what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a little bit of complete seasoning. Just because we can do that too. Okay. And put a little bit of that in there as well. Okay. So this is a very well seasoned pork chops. Okay. Thank you very much. I'm gonna put some more water in my greens. I got collard greens cooking behind me. Okay. I got a few pieces of collard greens cooking behind me. Don't tell nobody. Okay. I'm cooking them so they can get tender. Okay. This is the pork chop. Okay. Mix this together real good and get all those seasonings combined on your pork chops. Good. Okay. You want to see a pork chop that's been baptized in the seasoning. Okay. Obedience. You okay over there? Got a drink in her hand. Obedience to the gray hair of the kitchen. We come this evening baptizing another pork chop by the profession of his faith. Okay, look at that. See that seasoning on there? That's what you want to see. You want to see pork chops seasoned. Okay? Seasoned. We can put them to the side for a little piece. Okay? Meanwhile, I got another. Okay, Cavassier. All right. It's in there, ain't it? Okay, hold on 1 second, Cavassier. I feel you talking, Doc. Y'all think I be playing, okay? Now, Kristen, this is her second drink, and this is about my fourth drink. So let me tell you something, okay? All right, this is a skillet, okay? And in the skillet goes a stick of butter, okay? Now let me put this butter in the oven. Y'all hold it out. Lord Jesus, the whole thing done fell. Oh Lord, hold on 1 second, y'all. Oh God, dog. A whole stick of butter done fell, clean off the counter. It must got legs of its own. Cause I bless you. It must got legs. You saw that coming? I didn't even see that. It fell clean down there like that. That's all right. That's okay. We got another one. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. It was the spirit. I know it was. Okay. Bam. Okay. Where there's a will, there is a way. Pound cake smell good coming out this oven so far. Okay. Let's put this Somebody said I tried to catch it. Put this in the oven. Let me wipe up this butter before I fall. Okay, and it don't be no good. The devil is busy. Oh, you know what we gotta do? Since we gonna do the you know, what we doing? We're gonna make some rice. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make some rice. Because you gotta have something to soak up the gravy, okay? I don't know if it's a rice recipe in the book. I'm sure it is. It's got to be. If I had to guess, it's got to be a rice recipe. Let me see. Ooh. Coconut yam rice on page 82. And get you halfway where we're going, okay? So far we on page 145, halfway on page 82. And if you don't have this, you can get it by going to shopdariuscooks.com and use the code POUNDCAKE at checkout. Okay? Now I'm gonna heat this skillet up on the stove. Y'all hold on 1 second so I can heat this skillet. And then let me grab some. What if I ain't got no rice? Ooh, that'd be horrible.
No.
Would that be horrible?
I'm gonna get something in the house.
You got rice in the house? I got some. I got some right here.
Okay.
Rice, okay? Now we're gonna put in the pan about 2 cups of rice, uncooked. Okay, this is only a little bit under a cup. And then when you add this to it, it's gonna be 2 cups all day. Two cups. Almost. Hold on, where the hole at? Normally I don't have a problem finding a hole, but tonight seemed to be a little difficult. Okay, so we're gonna put it in. We're gonna put it in. Ooh, y'all praying? Huh? Okay, in here. We gonna put it. We're gonna put 2 cups of rice. Okay, 2 cups of rice into
What?
there. And then I got some olive oil, so I'm gonna put the olive oil in the skillet, okay? And then I'm gonna put the rice. So a couple of tablespoons of olive oil, and we're gonna put the rice in the skillet like this, okay? Just like that. And we're gonna get a spoon and stir the rice together, because what you want is you want the rice to toast up and get light brown in color, okay? I need me another bowl so I can make some cornbread.
Oh.
I need a bowl for some. Y'all hold the line. I'm looking for a bowl.
You okay?
I got it.
Okay.
You go bowl right here. Okay. Bowl. Sip. Now this recipe is in the book. Okay? I want you to turn the page. Okay, hold on. We're going to turn to page. I can't find it. Hold on. I got it.
Okay.
We're going to turn the page why I can't find it? Hold on. It's in here. It's in here.
Oh. Is it pecan? Start with pecan.
Oh no, right?
No.
Maybe I'm not reading it correctly. Oh, page 46.
Look it up.
Huh? Here you go. Right here. Page 46. Okay? Okay, 46. Now, if you don't have a copy of this book, you can go to shopdariuscooks.com. Use the code POUNDCAKE at checkout and save a couple dollars. Okay, check your rice. Don't burn your rice, people. Oh, let's measure our liquid for our rice real fast. The rice is always 1 to 2. 1 part rice, 2 part liquid. So we use, what we use? 2 cups of rice. So I'm gonna use 4 cups of water. Okay? I'm just getting it ready. Okay? In a minute. All right, come on, let's make our stuff. Okay. We're going to put a cup of flour, a cup of sugar, okay, and a cup of cornmeal. I got to find some. I got some. And this is that Alabama extra fine white cornmeal. Use whatever cornmeal you have. But I'm gonna put in a cup of this. Okay. Then we need a pinch of salt. And then we need some baking powder. About this much.
Oh.
About that much. Okay. You weren't ready for that? Okay, baking powder. Hold on, let me check on my rice. Okay, look at the rice. See, the rice is cooking up real good. Okay, it's starting to toast on us. And you want to make sure when it starts smelling like popcorn, that's all of your starch done cooked out of the rice. Now, there is a golden rule when it comes to cooking rice. The Bible says whatever's in the water gets absorbed into the rice. Therefore, I beseech you, brethren, by the mercies of God, if there is no flavor in the water, there will be no flavor in the rice. That's the Bible. That's the book. Paul wrote that, New Testament. You know you was getting Bible study, huh? Okay. We're going to put chicken bouillon. Can you see? Okay, this is chicken bouillon. We're going to put the chicken bouillon over to the pan. Okay? And then we're going to add in the water. This is I have the water already pre-measured. 4 cups of water, okay? All right. Okay, give that a stir. And let that cook. It's not done. Or let that cook. Okay? What's this? Cornmeal, flour, sugar, salt, and baking powder. Yes. Okay. Now we're going to add 2 eggs. And remember that butter I put in the oven? I'm sure it's melted by now. Okay? Matter of fact, I'm almost certain it's melted. We're gonna get this a quick little stir. Can't do nothing with this just yet. All right, and then well, I gotta get my butter first. So you get the butter first. Okay, and the butter done melted up real good. This is your stick of melted butter. Ooh, ooh, that's hot. Ooh, ooh, that's hot. Okay, and then I got some buttermilk right here. Then you put the buttermilk in here. Okay, and you want it to like pancake batter a little bit. Okay, give that a stir. One pour was all I needed. Come on now. If I tell you the amount of times I have made this cornbread, now typically, if you want to do what's in the book on page 46, you do everything we just did, okay? Except you add in your corn kernels, frozen, pureed corn kernels, and then you add in some pecans, if that's what you like. I'm not doing that today. I could. No, I couldn't because I ain't got no corn. Okay, in the same hot skillet, you're gonna pour and scrape. Oh, hold on. Get good. Devil is busy. Okay. Pour this right into here, like this. Okay. Then we can put this in the oven and let this bake up until it is golden, brown, and delicious. Okay? I'm actually gonna change this to that. Okay. That's the oven. Now, what I didn't tell you what I was doing behind me is I've got some collard greens. Okay? And my collard greens have been cooking in nothing but water and bacon. That's it. I had extra bacon in the refrigerator, and what I really wanted to do was I really wanted some smoked turkey, but they didn't have none at Publix apparently, because the Instacart lady was like, this all they got. So I just used the bacon that I have in my refrigerator, okay? And I like to season my greens at the end. I don't season the greens at the beginning, because if you season them at the beginning, you got to re-season them at the end, okay? So we just check our pot to make sure we have enough water, which we do now. Back on the stove on high, okay? And we're gonna let those continue to cook, and then we'll season those momentarily. But between me and you, we got the fried pork chop. Which we following, what page we say, 140, 140, let me see, 127, 133, 137, 145, okay, in Stories from My Grandmother's Kitchen, okay. Let me, I got a skillet. I'm gonna get it warm and put some oil in it, but let me move my greens to the back. Okay, but let's start some. Okay. All right. Now the kind of oil that you use does not matter. Okay. Obviously, I don't want you out here using olive oil or grapeseed oil because you're gonna burn your whole house down. Okay. But if you have canola, vegetable, corn, peanut, it don't matter. All right, I'm using what was on sale. And clearly, the vegetable oil was on sale when I bought it. So clearly, that's what we're gonna use, okay? Once the water, because I rinsed this out, so you wanna make sure that you get all the water out. I know I need a refill, right? I know. How's that? Okay, how's that? Okay. what I was saying was once the water cooks out, then you can add the oil in your skillet. And these are thin pork chops, so we don't need a whole lot of oil going on, okay? But these are our pork chops. They've been seasoned with the power of the Holy Ghost. All right, we're gonna add in a tincture buttermilk, okay? So we can have buttermilk fried pork chops. All right, we're gonna get us a little piece of food storage bag. And let's put our dredge in here, okay? So I got some all-purpose flour. Okay? And then I'm gonna add a little piece of cornstarch. To this, because the cornstarch will give us that lovely crunch, that okay? Why are you looking like that? Okay, the cornstarch is gonna give us that okay? This not in the book, but that's all right. I'm doing it live. We kind of following the recipe on page 145, Stories from My Grandmother's Kitchen. It's the smothered cube steak one, but we doing it with pork chops instead, okay? So you could go and get a copy of the book. If you need one, just go to shopdariuscooks.com, and tonight's code is pound cake. Okay, tonight's code is pound cake, and you could save a couple dollars. You know what I'm gonna do? I'll put me a little Cajun seasoning on in here. Shh. Okay, that's the salted Cajun seasoning, and this is a non-salted Cajun seasoning. Mine. That Tony's to get you, doc. Whoa! Okay, we're gonna put a little okay, put a little something in there for that. Okay, seasoning. Flavor on top of flavor. Okay, these are the seasoned pork chops in the buttermilk. Okay, we're gonna dip them on into the dredge and the flour. Now, my grandmother would never use a food storage bag for this. She would use a bag that would be in the refrigerator from 1974. And the flour in there was from 1969 because she used the same bag over and over again. Okay? But back then, you could eat the fungus and it wouldn't kill you. Now you get eyebrow cancer. So if I was you, I wouldn't do that today. But what we're doing is simulating what my grandmother used to do. Okay? Now there's two ways to test to see if your oil is ready. Okay? You take you a little piece of flour and you flick it, you flick it in the water, in the oil. And if your bubble is ready, or take a wooden spoon and do your wooden spoon in there. But it's ready. So come on. And these is thin cut pork chops, so they ain't gonna take all day. Okay? They're not gonna take all day. So we're gonna shake off the excess. Make sure you get it coated good, okay? Coated good. These ain't coated that good. Hold on. Okay, now it's now it's coated good. Shake off the excess into the hot oil. Oh yes, oh yes. We cooking. I don't know what you thought we was doing, but we cooking today. Oh, and as soon as it hit the oil, it starts smelling like somebody's kitchen up in here, Doc. Okay, sorry, Instagram. I mean, who are y'all? Y'all not Instagram. Y'all are over here. Sorry, hold on. Let me fix y'all. There you go. Okay. We put some more. I got room. I don't want to overcrowd the pan, so I'm gonna go cook these 3 at a time because I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to overcrowd my pan. Okay. Now look. Once the liquid cook out of the rice, it's not done. Put you a lid on the rice and let the rice sit on the side of the stove for 10 minutes, okay? And then you will have the perfect rice, okay? Let's get started on our gravy. Hold the line, I need some stuff out of here. Let me see. What I need. I got a pepper. And I need an onion. I don't know, hold on, I got to find an onion. I don't know where it's been. There's one in here somewhere. Y'all hold on 1 second. Talk amongst yourself, please. Here we go. I got it. I'm back. Don't fret, I'm here. Okay, we gotta make a gravy. Okay, so to do that, we need to chop up some vegetables to make that happen. Okay, now the only way I know how to do this is the way my grandmother taught me. Okay, and I'm starting with green bell pepper. I wish y'all could smell this house. The fry on this pork chop. Honey, this thing smells amazing. Hold on. Oh yeah. I'll show you in a minute, okay? Okay, so I'm gonna start by dicing up some green bell pepper. Yours don't have to be green. You can do whatever you want. But I just feel like green bell pepper has a very distinct flavor profile that I am personally just kind of in love with. So I'm going to chop up a whole green bell pepper. Hold on, I'm not done. But I don't want to overcook my pork chops. If I'm gonna smother, I like to have my meat almost done, not cooked all the way hard, all the way through. So hold on, let me get this together. Hold on, let me pull these out. I don't want to overcook them. Okay. And I'm gonna pop the other 2 in, okay? I don't want to overcook them because I'm gonna smother them too. So you overcook them when you fry them, and then you smother them, and then they be overcooked. Okay, that's kind of like rule number 1: do not overcook your pork chops. Okay, I got 2 more in here. Hold on. Yes. And yes. Let me put this other one in here. Hold on, y'all. Okay, that is number 5. I want you to see this. See, look. I'm going to go camera to camera so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Look at that, Facebook. See what I mean? See how that look? Nice and crispy. Okay, you see that, TikTok? Okay, see? Facebook, my personal page, see what I mean? Instagram, how you doing, Instagram? See what I mean? Okay. YouTube, see what I mean, YouTube? Okay. And then Periscope, see what I mean? Okay. So you don't want to overcook them, all right? You want to cook them a little bit so they're nice and crispy on the outside, and then what we're going to do is we're going to smother them the rest of the way. That way, they're ready for us, okay? All right, now, back to my bell pepper. Okay, we're going to use the whole thing. We paid for it. Might as well. Okay, so we got a whole bell pepper. Okay, a green one. That's what I like. Okay, let's throw a green bell pepper in here. And then let's chop up some onion. Your onion don't have to be red like mine. Okay? That's all they had when I went shopping. That's what I bought. It could be a yellow onion. It could be a white onion. It don't even matter. I just like the way the purple onion look in my stuff. Okay? All right, so we're going to dice him up. I'm making sure I'm looking out for my pork chops, okay? Oh, let me check on the oven real fast, see what's going on with my cornbread and my cake. Let me make sure we're doing good. Ooh, wait, that looks good. Can you see that from here? Look at that. Yeah, that has risen, huh? Cornbread, okay, cornbread. All right, we all right. We good, okay? Now y'all quit making all that noise so my cake don't fall. Remember that? Your grandma be baking the cake. Go outside so my cake get done, so my cake don't fall. If my cake fall, I'm whooping your ass. Oh, just my grandmother? Okay. Okay, sweet as pie. But she'll beat you like you stole something. Okay, this is onion and bell pepper. Let me turn my pork chop over. You know what it is for me? Is as soon as the pork chop starts to cook, the whole house smells like, you can smell like love in the whole house. So literally, right now, all I smell is like love throughout my house. We're cooking off of page 145. Stories from my grandmother's kitchen. If you need a copy, go to shopdariuscooks.com. Child, it's a whole lot of onion for a couple of pork chops, ain't it? Go to shopdariuscooks.com and use the code POUNDCAKE at checkout to save 30%, okay? All right, let me grab some celery. This celery has seen brighter days, okay? This celery has seen brighter days. But you know we don't around here, you don't waste no food. So go and rinse it off. Okay? And cut it up. It's gonna cook real good like everything else. You ain't even gonna know by the time we get done. Okay? You know celery costs like steak. Cut that celery up. Amen. Okay? Dice it up. Everybody gonna know. It's gonna release good flavor. And ain't nobody gonna be none the wiser. Okay? Okay. My pork chop is done. My other two. So let me take the pork chops out the grease. And I want y'all to see what I'm talking about, okay? See how the pork chops look nice and golden brown? Now let me get rid of this oil. Y'all hold the line, please. Okay. The book say, pour off the excess oil, leaving a couple of tablespoons of oil in the pan. That's what my grandmother would do, so that's what I'm gonna do. Leave a couple tablespoons of oil in the pan, and I'm gonna go in with my vegetables, okay? I'm gonna go in with the onion, the bell pepper, and the freshest celery I can find. Okay? It's green. It's just wilted a little bit, okay? A little pinch of salt. And a little swig of pepper. All right? Give that a little bit of a toss. Okay? And if the pan gets a little dry like this is, then we're just gonna add in, you can't even tell that celery was wilted. Look at that. You can't even tell, okay? We're gonna add in a little bit of oil. All right, and let that do its thing. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. The book don't say this, but one of the things I love, because my grandmother would never use a lot of fresh garlic and stuff, but I love the fresh garlic in the gravy. So I'm gonna put onion, bell pepper, celery, and a couple of cloves of garlic in there. All right, and we're just gonna bang it down. Be careful. All right, smash it down. I said be careful, okay? You're gonna fly it across the room. Smash it, smash, smash, smash. Okay, and then chop it up. Okay, so now we're adding our garlic into the vegetables. By the way, this is the start of every dish in New Orleans, okay? This is the start of every New Orleans dish you can think of, okay? They start this way, all right? It's called the Trinity, onion, bell pepper, celery, but then they add garlic, okay? That's New Orleans way, all right? Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put in a taint of flour. What the book say? The book say 3 tablespoons of flour. It's in the book, okay? So if you're wondering, Darius, how do I make the perfect gravy? It's right in the book. And see, the key is now you're making a roux when you add the flour in here. And what I love about a roux is the darker the roux, the more flavor you have in the gravy, okay? All right, the darker the roux, let me add a little more flour. I don't have enough flour in me. Let me add a little more oil. The ratio has got to be right, you know. There we go. Okay, so we're just gonna let that cook, and it won't take long for everything to come through. Look at our pork chops. See that? You see how those look? Look at how golden brown these pork chops are. Okay? If you need a copy of today's cookbook, we're cooking out of stories from our grandmother's kitchen. My mouth just watered. Go to, let me see, I just gotta give you a little piece of one of them. Yeah, they done. You wanna taste it?
Yeah.
Come on. Wow. Crystal. Oh my God.
Who said it?
Get that. Oh. Mmm. How's that crunch, huh? Yeah, that's good. God, dog. She heard. She said, "Can I have another little piece?" That's good, ain't it? And you know what? I can taste that dry fennel on there. All those seasonings that sit up there real good. Uh-huh. Now that's a pork chop.
Hurry up.
Now that's a pork chop. Crystal.
Huh?
That is good.
Put in the gravy.
Now that is delicious, okay? Now I'm not lying to you. We did that.
I will.
I forgot what I was saying. I forgot what I was talking about. Anyway, the gravy is cooking. Look. For all of you non-believers about this rice. All right. For all of you non-believers, all you need now is a fork, and all you got to do is fluff the rice. Okay? It is that 2-to-1 ratio, and by adding in that chicken bouillon, that you get rice that is, look at this. You see that? Nothing is gummy. Nothing is sticking together. You all right? What you say? Oh, so nothing is gummy or sticking together. She was here. Okay? So this is the rice that's done. Oh my God. Perfect. Okay. We need to work on seasoning our collard greens. I figured I would do this while y'all wasn't here looking, because you don't need me to show you how to boil collard greens, okay? They're collard greens, and I use bacon, okay? But there's no seasoning anywhere in these collard greens yet, okay? It's just bacon fat, all throughout. Now, if you follow my recipe for seasoning collard greens, you will come out on top every single time. And the recipe is in the cookbook, Stories from My Grandmother's Kitchen, page number 70. Okay, page 70. Okay, we done moved to page 70 now. All right. First of all, let's add some oil to the greens, because the bacon is not enough fat in the greens. So you got to add a little bit of that. Okay. Then we're gonna add a little bit of chicken bouillon. Okay. I promise you, if you follow my steps, this will be the best pot of collard greens you have ever had in your entire life. Okay. Hold on. I don't want to burn nothing. Hold on. Okay, this is ready for the water. Oh, let's put our water in. This is ready for our water. This is our gravy. So when we add the water to the gravy, we're gonna stir it real good. She over there humming. You okay? Fat.
You know.
Fat. She over there humming. Okay, we're gonna add the water. And we're gonna stir. Okay. Let's season our gravy real fast since the gravy is ready. I'm gonna add on chicken bouillon. The key really is have chicken bouillon and do you a beef bouillon cube too. I got one over here. Hold on, no, this ain't beef. That's chicken. This is chicken. What is this? Chicken. Oh, child, all I got is chicken, I guess. Oh well, it's gonna be all chicken bouillon today. That's all I got. Okay, so chicken bouillon, black pepper, a lot of black pepper. Okay. All right, we need some garlic powder and some onion powder. Okay, there's our garlic. And there's our onion. I think that's all the books say, huh? Let me make sure I didn't miss anything on page 145. We good. Okay. I'm gonna take the gravy, and I'm gonna cut it down on low, because it's nice and thick on us. All right, and I'm gonna drop the pork chops right into the thick gravy. Okay, just like this. Oh my God. Can y'all see this? Hold on, let me show you. Let me bring it up close so you can see it. Before I put a lid on. Look at this. Oh my God. Okay, this is before the lid goes on the gravy. Okay, you see that? Huh? Yes, God. Okay, put you a lid on, and we're gonna smother this for a little bit. It ain't gonna take that long. Ooh, 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 ooh. Speaking of not taking that long, let the church say yes. 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 We have a pound cake. Okay? You see that? Pound cake. And I want you to see the crust that is formed on the upside of the pound cake. I'm gonna go to every camera so you can see the crust. Okay? You see that? Oh, hold on. This is Facebook. This is TikTok. This is my personal Facebook page. This is Instagram. This is YouTube. And this is Periscope. Okay? Can you see? And it smells fantastic. Okay? We're gonna let our cake cool. Y'all want a pound cake discount code too? Let me see. Y'all want a pound cake discount code? I'm in a pound cake mood. Let's see. Should I give him a discount code for the pound cake? Okay. All right. Let's do a discount code for the pound cakes. Okay. Go to CarolinaPoundCake.com. Okay. CarolinaPoundCake.com. And we're going to use the same code, pound cake. But I got to log in. Hold on one second. I know. Let me log in. Uh-oh, hold on. There we go. Hold the line, please. I'm going to log in. to CarolinaPoundCake.com. I'm going to use the same code, pound cake, all right, and make it very simple for y'all, okay? You can go to shopdariuscooks.com, use the code pound cake, or go to CarolinaPoundCake.com, use the code pound cake. Oh, create discount. Hold on, I'm doing it wrong. I'm messing up the church's money. Pound cake. And we'll give you 20% off pound cakes at CarolinaPoundCake.com. Okay? So now you got two choices. You can go to CarolinaPoundCake.com or you can go to ShopDariusCooks.com. Okay? And there you go. Okay, so in here we put oil and the bouillon. Let me check my cornbread. Hold on, Lord. Oh, Lord Jesus.
Oh, no, Jesus.
Oh, Lord, you look amazing.
Oh.
Oh, no, we good.
Oh.
Yeah. Yes. Cornbread.
Uh-huh.
Huh? Cornbread. Okay? Cornbread. We're going to hook it up in 1 second. Let's season these greens, okay? Because it's almost time to eat. Okay. Go to CarolinaPoundCake.com. Use the code POUNDCAKE. Save 20%. If you need a cookbook, go to ShopDariusCooks.com. Use the code POUNDCAKE and save 30%, okay? This is Cajun, non-salted Cajun seasoning.
Okay.
Not Cajun seasoning, okay? This is onion powder. This is garlic powder. Okay, it's garlic powder. There's a lot of greens in here. A little pinch of red pepper flake for a little bit of, how you doing? And then we're gonna put a little piece of sugar in the collard greens. Turn your head. Y'all be talking about, ooh, you put so much sugar. Shut up, okay? All right, put a little sugar in there and then give that a stir. And I'm telling you, the best collard greens you ever have had in your life. Can you see them in the pot? Look at that. Let me go camera to camera so you can see. Look at that. Okay? Facebook. Look at this. TikTok. Okay, look at that. Personal Facebook. Look at that. Instagram. Look at that. YouTube. And look at that Periscope. Yeah, you got to put sugar in your collard greens. Okay? I don't know about y'all, but it look like all the food got ready to eat. Except we got to hook this up real fast. See how I did that?
I saw it.
In an hour.
Yeah.
Okay. What we're going to do is what my grandmama would do. My grandmother would take the butter, and I don't know why she did this, but she put her hand on her hip like this, and then she do this like this. So I'm in honor of Pamela Elizabeth Garth Williams. I'm gonna do the exact same thing. Okay. I'm gonna run a fair amount of butter while it's still warm on top of this. Okay? All right. Okay. Okay. Make sure it's shining, real glossy like, okay? And this is the cornbread that is on page, what page we said it was on? Whew, Lord. Yeah, it's on page 40 something. 40, here you go. 46 stories from my grandmother's kitchen. If you need a copy of that book, you can get it by going to shopdariuscooks.com. Use the code POUNDCAKE at checkout. Save 30%. If you need a pound cake from CarolinaPoundCake.com, all you have to do is go to CarolinaPoundCake.com and use the code, what's the code?
Okay.
Pound cake. at checkout, all right? And you can save, all right? Now, speaking of pound cake, whoa, my Lord. Let me go get a cardboard for this, y'all. Hold the line, please. Talk amongst yourselves.
Okay, we got it.
Really, I shouldn't want to see another goddamn pound cake.
I'm surprised you said it in there.
Huh?
I'm surprised you said it in there.
Yeah. Okay, just a little piece of cardboard. If you've ordered CarolinaPoundCakes.com, you know this is what this is for. Okay, so we're gonna put this on the other side, and if we did our job correctly, as you can see, the pound cake comes out beautifully. Okay, I'm gonna go camera to camera so you guys can see just how beautiful the pound cake is. I'll start over here this time. Okay, this is Periscope. This is YouTube. This is Instagram. Okay, this is who are y'all? Facebook. This is my TikTok. You hungry? Let's make a snack. And then this is Facebook. Okay. All right. And because we fat, we should probably, you want to taste the cake first?
Sure.
While it's still hot and warm.
You insist.
It's hot, Crystal.
Okay, what's your problem? What's wrong?
Nothing.
Lord. Just a little piece, okay? You got my towel?
I got napkins. I just put an extra napkin right here.
Okay, let me see.
That's still hot.
Oh my God. Let's see.
That's hot. Hot. Oh yeah, but that's good though, baby.
You got ice on it?
No, I'm not making. I didn't plan on making any ice. I don't think I have any pound of sugar. Not here. I don't have nothing here. I got some at the bakery.
Okay, I got them at home.
Did this whole cake with you.
Don't worry about
You
it.
go up out of here. Okay, yeah. Okay. I'm trying to tell you. CarolinaPoundCake.com, okay? For this little piece is calling my name. For the pound cake. Okay? Now that's good. That's actually really good. Okay. Let's get into the food. I'll get into the food. Okay. Pork chops. Okay. With the gravy and the whole situation. Okay. Along with the collard greens and the rice. Now let me fix us a little plate. And then we're gonna tell you how everything tastes. Go silver, man. I figured you would like those. All right. So let's do. Neither one of us eat a lot. So I'm gonna do a little bit of rice on hers, a little bit of rice on mine. All right. I know we both want a whole pork chop.
Yep.
Ain't no sense in playing around with that.
Nah.
So get a whole pork chop, and look at how thick and luscious this pan gravy has become. Okay, thick and juicy, this pan gravy. Yes, thank you.
Amen.
Okay. Before we get into the collard greens, let's cut some of this cornbread, also known as corn bread. Huh? I know. And I love a cornbread that tastes like cake, personally, myself. So, as you can see, it's still yet smoking. So it's yet hot. Okay. And then let's get into these collard greens. All right. Made with all the bacon we can muster up. Okay. You like them? Target. I mean, not Target. You know where I got this from? Amazon. They had like a sale. And I'm like, well, I don't really need no new ones, but they had like a lot of good reviews. So I was like, you know what, I'll get them.
Thank you.
Thanks. Uh-oh, I done made a mess. Hold on, I done made a mess. You're right, exactly. I'm not. Okay, so we have a full-on country-ass meal. We got collard green, which I haven't even tasted. Sure.
Lord.
Let me get you a knife.
Oh. Okay.
A gold one.
Fancy.
A gold one.
Okay, wait.
What you gonna do?
Yeah, got hit.
Oh, let's bow your head so we can say grace. Grace. Okay, here we go. So, we got the rice
Like playing around.
and the pork chop. You actually don't even need a knife for that pork chop.
You know about it.
Let me see.
Hold it for me. Okay, wait. Get all that. Wait. Okay. Do a little bit. Okay. Just a little peek. Wait. Okay. I ain't mad at him. All right, wait.
Why does cornbread taste like that?
It's on room.
Why does cornbread taste like that?
Because she's disrespectful. Hold on. Let me see. What you thinking right now?
It's good as shit.
Okay. Yeah.
This is why we have a hard time going out,
Let me see.
trying to find restaurants to eat at.
Wait a minute.
Simple rocks out. Simple rocks out.
What? Oh, yeah.
But it's hard to find restaurants to go eat at because the food don't be tasting like this.
Okay. Wait, one more. Let's see. Let me make it count. Hold on. I'm in trouble. Okay, wait, hold on.
This is why it's hard. Okay? Well, listen,
Don't worry about it.
we ain't gonna hold you. We done made smothered pork chops.
I don't need that.
We done made smothered pork chops, loaded lemonade, mango lemonade, and a whole vanilla pound cake. Okay? In an hour. Praise God.
Amen.
Now, don't forget, Crystal, why does it taste like good? If you want the recipes about, hop over to shopdariuscooks.com. Stories from my grandmother's kitchen. Use the code pound cake, all one word, at checkout to save you 30%. It's actually all cookbooks for like the next hour, okay?
Hurry up.
Two things I want to tell you, as I always do. Food is my life. Like, it's my food. Until next time, I'm going to wish you a happy cooking while we eat, okay? From my heart to yours. Bye, y'all. Now that is good.
I'm gonna pick it up.
The bone, listen.